Aloha mai. I have a lot of aloha for the Native Hawaiian Student Services for putting on this amazing tribute and for being able to be part of all this praise and remembering Haunani. I was going away from home. After I graduated from Kamehameha, I went as far away as I could because I was in the wrong direction. But on the East Coast, I found light in the crevice never seen. And I found her poem, Sons. And the second I read that line, slyly reproductive, I got my ass home. And the fact that there was this Hawaiian woman who was this fierce activist, and yet she could produce this kind of poetry and stand in her mana the way she did as a Hawaiian woman, I needed to be home. So reading her work brought me home, and working with her near the end of her teaching really started getting me to think about my kuleana as a poet. So this poem uses the imagery of water to celebrate the vai-vai that she brought to my life and to all these lives, as you can tell. So in the poem, I compare her politics to a surging waterfall and her poetry to the pond below that waterfall. And you don't ask a surging waterfall to stop in the middle of a cliff. You don't ask a pond to stop and reject falling water. So do not ask me, do not ask us to cut our imagination from our desire to survive. And that's something that she taught me, and I want to celebrate her through poetry. Your body is water, part ocean, part stream, parts fresh, faucet, and brackish. In your body, bodies of water meet, like waterfall meets pond. From the insides of mountain, po'ovai in love, rushing past trees, rocks, small fish, and mud. The stream desires the cliff. Water in love falls furious for the mouth below. The waterfall, your politics, the pond, your poetry. No man no cry. No man no cry. No man no cry. No man no cry. I remember when we used to sit. I remember your rage. Your student bodies convinced that tears were their only source of water. Tears for the stereotypes, tears for the teachers who broke ancestral names in roll call mouths, the backs of classrooms eroding student body spines. Po'ovai to pond becoming po'ovai to bottled water. How did they speak again? Imported sands of imported history, filling their mouths, filling penitentiaries, filling cemeteries. How did they speak again? Your falling water loved them. Your flooding mouth sang for them. We are not Americans. We are not Americans. I remember your rage. We will die as Hawaiians, and tears are not our only source. No man no cry. No man no cry. No man no cry. I remember when we used to sit. I remember your rushing hair, silvered from decades of revolt and refusal, tasks cascading, cascading. Everything about you is thirst. Thirst for land, thirst for history, education, our nation, your politics, waterfall, your poetry, the pond. You were the thirstiest woman alive, and when I met you, my mouth was sand. Be slyly reproductive when I met you. Do you know what a waterfall and a pond in love can do? The stream continues to desire the cliff. Our bodies, moi aku, moi mai. The mouth below opens. Your water falls. Slyly reproductive. Haunani. Ew. Yeah.
Here, little sister, don't shed no tears. No woman will cry.
Your politics, the waterfall. Your poetry, the pond. And in the mist that forms your vision of thirsty, sovereign bodies. Haunani.
Ew.
Yeah.
No woman will cry.